It's 6:30, straight ahead. Tenants left in the dark in Sherman and Denison with no word from the property owners what the tenants are doing to handle the cold nights and the relief some are getting from the cold. And 3 people are sitting in the Cook County Jail accused of brutally torturing a child. Plus, escaped inmates recaptured all the way in Mississippi, what deputies found that helped get one escapee back in custody.
Live from 12 Studios, this is News 12 AM.
Good morning, Texoma. Thank you for waking up with us. I'm Kylee Dedmon. Well, before we get to our top local stories, let's go ahead and check on in with meteorologist Brian Briggs. Brian, you're tracking some more chances of snow happening over the weekend. Is there going to be enough snow to maybe even make a snow Kylee? A snow Brian?
Unfortunately, probably not. It may just be enough to kind of dust things as we go into Friday night into Saturday. Just kind of gives you an idea of still how cold we are expected to be as we head into the weekend. And certainly it is a cold one out there this morning. It is so far the coldest start to the week. And you're going to need it all this morning. Thick jacket, hat, gloves, scarf, and that warm beverage, considering this is where we're at in Texoma. A lot of locations now are dipping into the lower 20s. That is a hard freeze. Pretty much everybody is now into the 20s. So no matter where you are in Texoma, it is freezing out there, literally. So here's the thing. The conditions that allowed us to drop this much will set the stage for warmer temperatures today. We're going to have those clear skies continuing, calm winds, and all in all, just dry conditions. So we should be warming back up to the mid to upper 50s, lower 60s, which will feel pleasant at the end of the day. Enjoy it, though, while it lasts, because colder air surges back in tomorrow. And yes, that snow chance that Kylie talked about, it's going to be moving in tomorrow night. So we'll be breaking down those details here in just a second. But back to you, Kylie.
Thank you, Brian. And we are following up this morning on the story about tenants left in the dark. Some have no power, others have no water, and the landlord can't be reached. News 12's Lauren Rangel has the details and the message residents have for Apex.
It's night 3 in the dark for residents at East Coast Apartments, also known as Meadows Apartments.
I think they're taking advantage of senior citizens, maybe on Social Security, people on HUD or something, or people with backgrounds and stuff, and I think it's very sad.
And what they've heard from their landlords.
Nothing.
Tenants say power is out at their all bills paid complex because the apartment owners, Apex East Coast LLC, didn't pay its electric bill.
All it should take is a corporate credit card and one phone call to pay a bill.
Zalise says she's reached out to other apartment offices in Sherman, like Hilltop Village, which is owned by the same company.
She said no one was in the office. She didn't know anything about the electricity situation, and she would have to call the Norwegian office. I said, well, all you're going to get is a message.
Enter the remote access code.
Both Norwegian Woods and Hilltop Village Apartments had this sign up Wednesday saying offices were closed. The Hilltop complex says it's for administrative procedures, and the number they left went to voicemail.
Your call has been forwarded to the voicemail.
Hope that the lights will ever come back on is fading.
I already talked to my wife. We're gonna move. I mean, you know, we're gonna move as quick as possible. We getting up out here.
Residents stuck say what they need now is support from their community.
We need help. It's not just this property. They own several properties in Sherman.
And they have a message for Apex.
Y'all will pay for what y'all have done. If you don't pay by us, you will pay by God.
News 12 reached out to several organizations yesterday. Grand Central Station and Central Cross Soup Kitchen are both serving breakfast and lunch. The Texoma Family Shelter tells News 12 they have very limited space available right now. And a house fire on Birch Street in Ardmore around 9 last night left first responders busy. Ardmore Fire tells News 12 they had worked a garage fire in the area yesterday afternoon. This is a developing story, and News 12 will get you the latest as we learn more. And an Elmore City woman has died after a crash in Garvin County. Troopers say around 9 yesterday morning, 77-year-old Jessie Taylor was headed south on State Highway 74 just north of Elmore City when she ran off the road, overcorrected, going across the highway in the other direction before hitting a tree. Taylor was pronounced dead at the scene. And take a look at our crime beat. 3 people have been sitting in the Cook County Jail for 3 months, and we now know why. They've allegedly been involved in the sexual assault of a child. Court documents show 36-year-old David Calhoun has been indicted for aggravated sexual assault of a child, 35-year-old Ashley Calhoun and 18-year-old Myra Evans are accused of brutally torturing the same child. The details, they're too graphic to describe to you on TV. David and Myra bonds total more than $1.5 million. Ashley's bond is set at $750,000. All three could face up to life in prison if convicted. And a Denton man is in the Grayson County Jail accused of indecency with a child and sexual assault of a child. 29-year-old Kevin Alexander Lewis is being held on a $200,000 bond. No other details on his arrest have been released. A hunter in Marshall County is now in a Dallas area hospital after shooting himself in the leg with a crossbow. The hunter called 911 after it happened yesterday morning near Smiley Road in Whiskey Creek. Once arriving to the scene, law enforcement discovered the man was trespassing and did not have a hunting license or a deer tag. He was flown to a hospital in Texas for medical treatment. The man's name has not been released as his charges are still pending. The two men who escaped from the Choctaw County Jail Tuesday are back in custody. Sheriff Terry Park says that Tyler Payne and Thomas Kofer were both arrested separately in Mississippi overnight. The two men were able to get out of the Choctaw County Jail through the roof.
Hats off to the men and women of the Sheriff's Department and the Meridian Police Department who worked together yesterday to take this individual back into custody and make sure he goes back to Oklahoma. We don't have to put up with him around here.
Park says they will be going to Mississippi to bring Payne and Kofer back to Choctaw County and that he plans to address issues at the jail. Pottsboro ISD is investigating a threat being shared on social media against their schools. The district says they are working to determine the source of the threat and will have additional law enforcement present at all campuses as they continue to investigate. And an update now on a stolen classic truck used in a Denison fast food restaurant break-in last week. Police say this white 1986 Ford F-250 was used to break into the Chicken Express in Denison, the burglar making off with the cash drawers and the safe. Last night, the truck, which has been in a local family for 34 years, is back with its owners. The suspect, 43-year-old Kenneth Paul Howell, was caught the next day and had dumped the vehicle on the side of the road in the Houston area.
The power of social media and the power of friendships and relationships. I had strangers reaching out to me, hey, keeping an eye out, help I can find this. The actual guy who reached out to me and told me that truck was on the side of the road, I didn't even know. Complete stranger.
And that complete stranger towed Cheek's family's truck to his property so Jamie could pick up the truck and bring it home. Cheek adds that the truck sustained damage to the ignition, dashboard, and the gas pedal. The suspect also left trash in the vehicle. And the time now is 6:38. Let's check back in with meteorologist Brian Briggs. Brian, yesterday morning you said that it was the coldest morning of the week, but this morning has now topped yesterday's morning, and today is now the coldest morning of the week. So just how cold are we going to see later today?
That's the thing, temperatures could be knocking on the door to the upper teens for some of us as we go into the next, I'd say, hour or so. But the sun is starting to come up, which is wonderful news, and that should help us to warm up a little bit more as we go in the afternoon. But as you head out the door this morning, you're going to need that thick jacket, the hat, the gloves, the scarf, and that warm beverage, considering this is how cold it is across the area. We have 20s all over the board this morning, so everybody is below freezing, and several of us have hit 21 degrees. So very cold for mid to even late November this time of the year, so definitely bundle up out there. But here's the thing, the conditions that led to us just crashing temperature-wise, which are those clear skies, the calm winds, and the all-in-all dry conditions, will lead to warmer temperatures as we head into this afternoon. So similarly to yesterday, we started off on a cold note, but those temperatures were able to climb back into the mid-50s, and we could be touching the 60s for some of us as we head into this afternoon. So the cold not sticking around for much longer, at least in terms of today. Here's a live look at your Holiday and Ardmore Tower Cam, which is brought to you by Hunter's Supertex, and you can see those clear skies out there. Sun's starting to come up here, so Watch how quickly we recover from below freezing temperatures to near 60 degrees by this afternoon. And if you like the warmer weather, this is about as best of a break that we're going to get for here for a little while, maybe until next week, as we have another cold front on the way. So enjoy the sunshine, the somewhat warmer temperatures, because that cold front comes in by tomorrow morning, and temperatures will be starting off in the 40s, crashing quickly through the day as we get another round of bitterly cold temperatures in place. So here's the thing, I know that this is showing temperatures near or even just slightly above freezing. I think we're going to have a good mix of 20s and 30s on the map by the time we start our Saturday morning, and we do have enough moisture with this front to give us that possibility for some isolated to scattered snow showers Friday night into early Saturday morning, and it's really area wide. So you can see it's not a huge event by any stretch of the imagination, but it's certainly still out of character for this time of the year. So if you're in the white area, we're expecting mainly some flurryage, as some have say, and maybe some light snow showers, up to about a ½ inch of snow near and west of the I-35 corridor. That's up to ½ inch. So again, overall accumulations impacts look to be minimal. So we'll keep you updated on that, though. Lake Texoma stats real quickly, and also a quick look at your fishing game forecast for your Thursday. Good luck if you're going to be heading out and about. So 7-day forecast has that little chance of snow as we head Friday night to Saturday, and then we try to recover into next week. As we head into Thanksgiving, Wednesday and Thursday, there could be another storm system. It looks primarily liquid right now. Sends our temperatures to near normal. So we're going to keep an eye on that. All in all, though, at least at this point, it appears that impacts will be limited.
And before we head to the break, here's your final look at today's gas price averages across our counties. Good morning, Texoma. The time now is 6:44, and we're taking a live look of our Sherman Tower Cam. Definitely want to bundle up this morning, as it is the coldest morning so far of the week due to those clear skies, but also with those clear skies, we will be seeing some sunshine, and with that sunshine, we'll be seeing temperatures in the 50s and maybe even 60s. Brian has that full forecast for us coming up, but first, San Antonio College was evacuated after a magnitude 5.3 earthquake yesterday afternoon. The initial quake was felt around 3:30 and was followed by two aftershocks, one a magnitude 2.8 and the other a magnitude 2.6. This is the strongest earthquake to even strike the state and the strongest since 1995. Texas will soon be home of the largest Buc-ee's in the nation. Tennessee currently holds the record for the world's largest convenience store. CBS's Austin Betty Cross found out why size matters for the town of Luling.
Luling is a small town looking for ways to get bigger. Its population is struggling to hit 6,000, and without an influx of jobs, more people could be forced down the road to find work.
1, 2, 3.
It's why breaking ground on the biggest Buc-ee's in the country means so much to Luling, and in particular to Caldwell County Judge Hoppy Hayden.
And this is probably one of the biggest deals that's come to Caldwell County in a long, long time.
The judge worked tirelessly on this deal so young people wouldn't have to commute 30 minutes or even an hour to work.
I have 5 children, and not one of them still lives in Caldwell County, because back when they were graduating, there were just literally no jobs here.
Welcome in, welcome to Buc-ee's.
This Buc-ee's was built in Luling 20 years ago. The store covers about 35,000 square feet and employs 100 people. The new Mega Buc-ee's will be more than double that size, and it will double the workforce.
We'll have 250 plus employees. It is a big deal for the small towns.
Beaver Applin owns Buc-ee's. He knows what this store did for his brand and is ready to pay it forward by putting the most Texas barbecue, beaver nuggets, bathrooms, and gas pumps where the mega store concept first started.
Call me sentimental, but this was the first travel center store 20 years ago, and I wanted to do it right here at the same location.
Customers like Kelly Wainscott can't wait for more of everything.
The beaver nuggets are huge. We love the brisket sandwiches, plus the shopping.
She says the expansion makes sense because of long lines for the bathrooms and at checkout.
This one needs to be larger because of the traffic coming in and out for travelers.
This store will stay open until the new Buc-ee's is built in the field right next to it. Construction will take about 16 months, and then Texas will edge out Tennessee for bragging rights to the biggest Buc-ee's in the country. In Luling, Betty Cross, CBS Austin News.
From the Weather Authority, here's meteorologist Brian Briggs.
Good Thursday morning, Texoma. Hopefully you're staying warm out there. Weather-wise, it is bitterly cold across the area. Actually, the coldest morning of this week. We're going to run you through those numbers here in just a second, but let's check in on what you need as you get ready to head out the door this morning. You're going to need that thick jacket, the hat, the gloves, the scarf, and that warm beverage. Considering that this is how we're starting our Thursday, checking in with our temperatures, lower 20s across several locations in Texoma. Everybody's in the 30s. Everybody's below freezing, so this is not good and very cold for this time of the year. So that's the thing. It's not going to be lasting for very long, though, considering that the conditions, which are those clear skies, the dry air, and just the calm winds, are going to help us as we head into this afternoon, warm back up to near seasonal temperatures today. So that was the story yesterday. We had a cold start, but not as chilly as this morning. Saw a high of 55, and some of us could be getting close to 60 today. We will have plenty of that sunshine. Here's a live look at your Holiday and Ardmore Tower Cam, which is brought to you by Hunter Supertex. So quiet out there, just very cold, but watch how quickly we recover as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-50s, maybe some upper 50s as well. So if you're a fan of the warmer temperatures, they will be around at least for a little bit longer before we see another round of pretty chilly temperatures move back into the forecast as we head into our Friday. Another cold front still on track for Texoma, be moving through at least early on, and then those temperatures are going to be tumbling like a rock as we go through the afternoon and evening. They should be freezing for everybody, or close to freezing for everybody, by the time we get to Friday evening, and especially as we head into Saturday morning. I know those temperatures that you saw were just very close to freezing, but certainly it's going to be a very cold and breezy one heading into the start of the weekend. In addition, the high-res Futurecast models still have that possibility of some snow showers as we head into Friday night and early Saturday morning. So as you can see, again, just a little bit of moisture here and there. It's not going to be a big winter system by any stretch of the imagination, but it's certainly something to keep an eye on, considering that we don't usually see snow this early in the year. So if you're wondering how much snow we could ultimately get if you're in the white, it's going to be mainly flurries and snow showers. The rest of us closer and west of the I-35 corridor could see up to about a half an inch of snow if you're lucky. So all in all, accumulations, impacts, minor to non-existent, but I'd say if you're closer to the I-35 corridor, that's probably where any impacts would be. They're going to be very minor though. So we'll keep you updated if things drastically change, but just a light chance for some snow showers. Lake Texoma stats real quickly, and also a quick look at your fishing game forecast for your Thursday. Good luck if you're going to be heading out and about. 7-day forecast, again, has a fairly comfortable day ahead after that cold start. And then our next round of colder air spills in for the weekend. Next week looking warmer, thankfully. Could be a little bit wet around Thanksgiving. We'll keep you updated on that possible storm system.
Several scenes of the latest season of the hit drama Yellowstone are being filmed right here in Texoma, or in North Texas. Production crews were in Fort Worth earlier this week and were also in the small town of Venus on Tuesday. Here's CBS Dallas' Caroline Vandergriff.
Venus is becoming the Montana town of Hardin.
Everybody in town knows what's coming.
A beloved Mexican restaurant is now the Zion Cafe.
People have been asking, we've been going out of business because we changed the front. They were like, are you guys still Casa Jacaranda? We're like, yes.
The updated signs are all for an episode of the Paramount Network's hit series Yellowstone.
It's very exciting for our small town. We've had other movies filmed here, but this one is pretty much the biggest that I think we've had so far.
The historic look of the Venus Town Square is a big draw for the production.
Cowards rule the world these days.
Which follows the drama surrounding a Montana cattle ranch and the family who owns it. It's reported 8.8 million viewers tuned into Sunday night's season 5 premiere, a 10% increase from last season.
Several phone calls, family, friends, you name it. Everybody wants to call and wants to know where they can go.
The show asks people who live in Venus and the surrounding areas to be extras in the shoot. Lily Dusenberry's brother will be one of them.
We're excited for him and excited for this little town.
Casa Jacaranda isn't sure what to expect, but still plans to open.
Normal business for us tomorrow. Normal business.
As normal as the appearance of dozens of production crews, hundreds of extras, and maybe even Kevin Costner, the lead actor.
I think it will give people a chance to come in and see what our town has to offer.
The Venus Police Department plans to bring out some extra officers to help deal with the crowds and the street closures. People are welcome to come out and try to watch if they want, but fair warning, this is a small town, so parking could be an issue. This whole area will be shut down along with some of the surrounding roads. In Venus, I'm Caroline Vandergriff, CBS 11 News.
Now here's a look at what's coming up on CBS Mornings.
Ahead on CBS Mornings, a holiday warning from the Postal Service to please send your holiday gifts early, people. Plus, what the agency's doing to make sure that your packages actually arrive on time. And multi-platinum selling rapper there he is, Fat Joe, tells Nate some never-before-told stories about his new memoir. What is it like being a pillar in the hip-hop community? And the Late Show host and pickleball enthusiast, look at that outfit, Stephen Colbert, will be with us in the studio to discuss his new celebrity pickleball competition. Will Nate Burleson wear that? We'll see. See you at 7 o'clock on the dot.
This weather segment sponsored by Langford Roofing. Langford Roofing since 1937.
Now on the go time, Christmas lovers are in luck. A brand is giving you the chance to rock the Christmas spirit while you walk. The shoe brand Hey Dude is bringing their new Christmas sweater-inspired shoes. The holiday theme accessory is available for everyone, men and women, teens, and even kids. Customers who want to buy these iconic pieces can shop for them on Hey Dude Shoe USA or other retailers like Amazon. Denny's is offering a deal like no other this Thanksgiving. The restaurant chain will sell 150 of its new everyday value tees. The t-shirts will feature a QR code on the sleeve that will give the person wearing it access to a free breakfast every day for an entire year. Denny's says the deal is only redeemable for dining in, but still customers can claim their offer at any location in the U.S. Fans who want to get their hands on this shirt can purchase them at Denny's online store at dinerdrip.com. Well, Brian, how cold are we going to be seeing for our temperatures later today?
Well, eventually we will be warming up. That's after a very, very cold start this morning. And temperatures could be getting close to seasonal levels as we head in the afternoon, but that's going to be short-lived. We have another cold front on the way as we start the weekend off. Could see a few snow showers as we head in the overnight Friday into Saturday. And then we do recover temperature-wise into next week ahead of Thanksgiving. Could watch for a low chance of rain as we head into the Thanksgiving holiday. Right now, though, details up in the air. We'll keep you updated.
Thank you, Brian. And thank you for joining us for News 12 AM. We'll see you at noon.